When a door closes, okay, next. Cool. Keep it moving. Just don't stop. Just because the door closes, I'm not gonna look at that damn door like, okay, like, why did you close that door on me? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I'm not going that way. Let me turn a little bit over here. Boom, keep going. If that door closes, boom. I'm gonna keep it moving. And that's the thing is people don't understand. Stop standing in that same, and stop standing in the past, because that's what a door is. When a door closes, that's the past. It's gone, it's done, it's dead, bye. Okay? So keep it moving, keep the momentum. So, you know, I had no idea we were going to go on this long. So it was literally week to week to week. I didn't know I was going to go on the next show until that Friday.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, for you, when you realized it was, you know, it was becoming, did you, because I know we talked about it before, like I haven't watched it, but like, did you, when you started getting, you know, obviously the fans and people coming to your page, did you ever have a moment where you're like, I think I like actually like kind of struck gold here. Like this is like not only going to help me and my brand, but just overall of like realizing the opportunity that you have, and also the fact that you were standing out among the group like more than even the others.
Well, I didn't look at it that way. You know,
I know you didn't. I know you didn't, but the rest of the world clearly did.
I just stay grateful. Honestly, you know, every day is a present to me. It really is a gift. That's why they call it a present, you know. So every morning I wake up, I thank God. Thank the Lord for giving me this day to have another opportunity to make more memories, to make more transformations, to make a bigger impact than I did yesterday, and more memories with my kids. So to me, it's just like, okay, all right, next. It's like I get excited just if I got the opportunity to go to the following show, beautiful. If I didn't, okay, cool, because I wasn't expecting it. And that's the thing is, I train my brain to not expect something that isn't put out there. Like, so if I'm being told, okay, this is a week-to-week thing, why would I expect it to be a month thing or a 2-month thing or a 6-month? If I'm being told it's week to week, I'm going to take it to the bank. It's week to week, and there's no expectations there. Because expectations is just an appointment to set yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah.
And I'm not about that. I'm about applying my energy to grow, to impact. Disappointment is basically rejection. It's sad. It's negative. It's not going to do any good. So why set yourself up for that?
So what was that? I mean, for you, like when you obviously being a part of the Hurt business, which was, you know, in a major storyline, what was your feeling and experience of being a part of this group, this dynamic, and being in the sense, number one, like in the thick of things, like, you know, going back and forth with Kofi and all the other wrestlers? Like, did you ever get that itch to yourself to say, hey, wait a minute, maybe I want to get in the ring and actually like throw down?
I mean, I'm always down for an adventure or for some action. I don't have it in my mind to become a wrestler because, you know, at my age, I want to work smarter, not harder. So I'd rather have the microphone and interview the wrestlers than be one. So something like Sarah Schreiber or Kayla Braxton, where they are interviewing, that's what I got my degree in. My degree is in mass communications.
Okay.
So I was an entertainment anchor in college. I interned with Gil Guardo on News Channel 8 to be a newscaster. So interviewing was more my passion versus going in the ring. I wrestle with my kids. Like I don't want to wrestle with catty women that are trying to, no, I don't got time for that. I don't want that.
How did you go from the broadcasting to the fitness? If that was your first.
So fitness was my first passion.
Okay.
Broadcasting was another opportunity that came unexpectedly. It was when I was 25. I was actually modeling for 94.1, the Ying Yang Twins Unwrapped Party.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was one of 4 female models. And while I was there, again, I'm networking everywhere. Every time I modeled and did a promotional event for a company, you know, from the early 20s, I was always networking. I was like, who's who? You know, I'm not here just to look pretty and try to get a sugar daddy. I was there like hustling and grinding and getting my network, getting my Rolodex filled with connections. So while I was at the Ying party, I met Yoli, who was the music director at the time.
Okay.
And I told her who I was, that, you know, my background was either to get into radio or to television, but I thought radio would be a good segue to television. And I just wanted to, I thought the entertainment industry was something that I wanted to get experience in. So she said, send me a reel. And from being the entertainment anchor at Southeastern University, I sent her my entertainment anchor reel. And then I got an interview with Orlando. And that's where the Nut House was created. Me, Buckley, and Boy Loco, back in 2006, we started the Nut House. And that's where I got Mamma Mia. And that's where it all started. But I was a fitness professional at the age of 17. I was a broadcast radio personality at the age of 25.
Wow. Okay. And do you ever see yourself, like, I mean, now that you've had that taste of the spotlight, do you think now it's something that you may want to think about pursuing to possibly get an opportunity to either work for WWE doing that or somewhere else?
So I think opportunity is what you make it. And since we've been on this ongoing Monday night with WWE.
Monday Night Mia.
Yeah. Mia Motivation Monday. We're actually starting a podcast. It's going to be called Bossed Up Podcast.
Yeah, we're seeing that.
And we're going to be going on every Monday night on this podcast to keep the momentum going, to keep the bossed up ladies. You know, we're all bosses, and we all came together, and it was just a beautiful chemistry. And you know, there's no end to this. Like, we're gonna keep it moving. And there's other companies that have reached out to us that want to utilize us for promotions, for events. So we're gonna keep it going. You know, we love the opportunity with WWE, and you know, it hasn't ended. They want us, you know, to come back whenever, you know, it's going to fit the storyline. You know, everything changes. You know, that's the thing, is people don't understand, you know, with WWE, you could write a story and it could change that day.
Yep.
But the audience doesn't know that, and that's okay, because they don't need to know. But on the inside, you can't expect anything. You really just be ready, just show up. You may show out, you may not. So that's the thing, is, you know, we're open to opportunities that fit what we're representing, where we're moving, where we're going. And that's why we're starting the Bossed Up podcast, so that we can continue empowering other people to be positive, to be ready, to be polished, to have fun, but to keep grinding, and, you know, just make those networks, make those connections, and, you know, continue rocking businesses. You know, there's no limit.
What will the focal point of the show be about, mainly?
So the focal point is basically going to be four to five women, because there's one of us can't be in it, you know, due to restrictions of, you know, their background. So, you know, I'm not going to release that, but it's going to be four of us that are of the group, the five, that are going to be on it. And the four of us, we're all boss moms. We're all bosses, and we're all moms. And we're all, you know, 38 and up. So we're grown, we're experienced, and we want to share our stories of what we've learned to help the younger wannabe bosses, or the younger bosses, or the younger people who want to become bosses, to follow in those footsteps and to learn from our mistakes, and to also empower them and motivate them to take certain steps to get to that boss level. And we also want to empower men as well when we talk about relationships and we talk about dating and how it is to date a boss, what that looks like. So when we share that on our podcast, they can learn, ooh, if I want to date a boss, I can't be stepping up to a boss like this. I got to change my verbiage. I got to change my action. I got to change my wardrobe. I got to change everything, you know?
So for you being a boss, per se, number one, and being such a female mogul and having your hand dipped in so many things, how do you, like, because obviously, I mean, guys see you, you're beautiful, you're stunning, you're fit. Do you find men intimidated by you?
All the time.
So what, for somebody, number one, to get past that with you, what's the 3 things they must have?
Well, one, they have to be confident.
Okay.
Because if they're inferior to me, that shows me insecurity.
Okay.
So they have to be secure within themselves, which is going to showcase a confidence. 2, they have to be authentic.
Mm-hmm.
I can see through bullshit. I can see through a facade. I can see through game. So they have to be authentic. And 3, they have to connect with me. If there's no connection, there's no getting past, you know, I mean, I want to be your friend. If I can't vibe with you, if I read energy, I feel it, you know, so I know if I want to even be friends with someone. So if I can't be your friend, there's definitely no way I'm going to date you.
Well, your energy is infectious, man. And honestly, I really wish that there was more people in this world like you that bring such a beautiful, positive, because as I said, like, I mean, literally, me and motivation, it could have been a better 2 words to come together, because it's your whole presence. Like, everything you do, from your workout outfits to your music to your vibe to your looks to your hair to your style, like, everything is just a big brand of itself. So, like, for you, what's next now? Like, now that you've had, you know, you're going to do the podcast, and, you know, you've had this great opportunity with WWE. What's next on the bucket list?
So I'm actually auditioning for a TV show that's local, and so that'll only be not much of a commitment. You know, that's about 90 minutes, you know, weekly that I would have to take for this TV show. And the good thing is local, so I wouldn't have to travel anywhere. So that's 1. 2, I'm the cage queen for Vigilant MMA. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
But Vigilant MMA, they're about professionalism, being vigilant, you know, working with kids, working with just good fighters. And, you know, they cut out the bullshit. They really put on a good show, and I love that. And Brandon Lee, who runs Vigilant MMA, I've known him since high school, and he has a heart of gold. He has one hell of a story, and I'm definitely going to put him on my podcast to interview him, because he needs the world needs to hear his story. And I love to support local. I love to back up people who have a good heart and who have a story, and who are, you know, he's basically living his life vicariously through the fighters because of his tragedy. So he's using his tragedy to becoming triumphant and helping others to become triumphant. So I love that. And when he proposed being a ring girl, I looked at him sideways like, honey, I'm 40. Like, I don't want to be up in a ring showing my body around a bunch of 20-year-old girls. Like, If I'm going to be in a ring, it's just going to be me. I ain't trying to be compared to any little skinny.
But let's get it real, though, sweetheart. There's nobody to compare to you. I'm just being honest. I mean, legitimately, you are in a league of your own. And I don't think you have anything to worry about any 20-year-old or any 19-year-old, because you'll be slaying them before they even get into the building. So I don't have anything to worry about regards to that.
But I just don't want to deal with the cattiness. You know, that was one thing, because I'm okay. I'm very comfortable in my skin, as you know. It's just other girls comparing themselves younger. They're always the younger ones.
So I'll stay on that subject. So, like, obviously, you being a mother, and I brought this topic up before with other people, where you being a mother, you being a sex symbol, it also being a part of your job. And obviously, you know, like, when, you know, women a lot per se have kids, either A, they let themselves go, or B, you get the other catty women that say, oh, you have kids, you shouldn't be wearing something like that and posting something like that. Have you ever had to deal with that type of situation, and how did you deal with it?
Oh, all the time. But they've learned to stay in their lane. Who are they to input that type of